so I'll take you to the Bone Factory any day of the week.
Oh my goodness. Good evening. This is the Lion of Legend, and welcome back to Favor. Let's go ahead and hop into episode 2. This is a very different menu. Oh boy, we have a lot to do with this game. Customize your room. Huh. So I realized that my first playthrough, I had the first build, maybe not the first build, but the previous build of the game, which did not have episode 2, so I just had to speedrun the dialogue to get to this point, so here we are. Now, customize room. Plushie. Who are these people? Sure. And pillows. Huh. Sure, we'll use a bat, why not? Walls, style, and color. Wow. Whoa. Whoa. What is going on with my voice cracking? Wow. Okay. These are some options I was not anticipating. Sure. And what is this? We can modify our bed. Ooh, bed style. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do black, why not? Modify our lamp here. We'll just keep that the default. And what is this, like the rug? Okay. Yeah, sure. This works. I'm fine with this. Beep beep beep. Beep beep beep. I assume this is an alarm. My alarm rings obnoxiously, waking me from my daze. The sunlight peeks through the curtains, encouraging my rise. Would you like to create a character? Oh. Alright. Let's see. Virtual closet. What am I doing here? I think I see what I'm doing here, but maybe I don't. Okay. Let's continue forward. Let's see. Okay. We'll go a little... That's good. Lips. Can I see... I'm gonna see hair first. That might help me out a little bit more. You know what? I think this is good enough. We're gonna roll with this. turning over, I grabbed my phone off of the nightstand. Still half asleep, I accidentally hit the snooze alarm rather than the off button. Shit. I unlocked my phone and turned the alarm off. Unread messages. Click your phone in the top left corner to check messages. Use scroll to navigate vertically through long conversations. You can open your phone at any time. I glare at the bright screen and browse through them. Oh. What all do we have here? Oh wow. Alvin. Hey, you up? Never mind, sorry for bothering you. I dyed my hair blue. I can't wait to show you at work today. Who is Alvin? Question mark. I just thought you would find it cool. I'm sure it's great. Xander. Ugh, Mia is going wild again. Guess she got her heart broken again, SMH. Weekly occurrence at this point. Hey cutie, you work today? Who's Xander? LOL, did you sleep in again? I guess I did. Mia, bad bitches do it well. Come out. What the heck? Yeah, let's turn up, absolutely. Ugh, my head. Let's not turn up. Do not trust a blonde bitch, huh? You really left me on read. Oh my god, send help, Mia is crazy. Do not trust a blonde bitch with some tequila, that's for sure. Mia is such a fucking handful. Yeah, I guess so. Loser squad. Hey Kendra, can I borrow your chiffon scarf? Fuck no, and don't call me that. Mia, get your own damn clothing for once. Rosie, not you too. Zan, back me up here. Scene. You guys are losers. LOL. Okay. Rosie. Hey, is everything okay? If you need anything, I'm around. Kyle. Yo, you got any extra weed on you? Yo, Zan with you? Tell him to pick up his damn phone. What is our friend group? I have questions. Oh, this will take me back to the character creator. Alright, we've got some photos here with the gallery. It's supposed to be what, settings? Yes, we'll back out of that. What is this? What the? Spin for your fortnight. Your fortune is good. Don't shake the boat by walking under a ladder. Your lucky items are suspicious amounts of lube, a signed copy of yesterday's obituaries, nuclear fallout in a bottle. Remember, jaywalking may be legal, but the cars still don't stop. Yes. Okay, so I can't call anybody, at least not yet. Wow. Okay, let's go back to the dialogue. How do I... If I don't get up now, I'll really be late to work. With haste, I get ready. I give myself one last quick once-over in the mirror before grabbing my keys and wallet. I walk up to my stale minimum wage job at the local movie theater. The familiar facade was extravagant in an all too cheesy way. Perhaps it was a really cool looking place 30 years ago when the theater was new to the town. But now, its appeal seemed lost to time. I walk in the interior of the theater as patrons pass me on their way out. Our theater extended matinee shows times just to get people in the doors these days. Apparently, a theater can't solely rely on opening night showings to support its costs to run. I clock in, and Sandy gives me the directive to work the concessions today. Aside from the matinee patrons, today is already pretty slow. I guess not too many people are seeing movies midday Wednesday. I head towards the concession counter where I am stationed for my shift. From the corner of my eye, I can see Alvin glancing at me as he makes his way to the ticketing booth. Hello, Alvin. I wave to him. His face brightens with surprise as he waves back excitedly. He takes a step forward. Lion, buddy, Buggy. A familiar voice draws my vision upward. Kendra stands before me, my closest friend since childhood. Do you have me on mute or something? Is your phone broken? No, sorry. I passed out pretty hard yesterday. Whatever. I move behind the counter to clean some spilled popcorn. Kenny follows close behind. You should have come out yesterday. It was so crazy. Super fun. You missed out. I laugh uncomfortably. I was used to missing out at this point. This time I wasn't even invited. They must have forgotten, or maybe just assumed I would say no. Yeah, Mia sent me a pic. Seemed like fun. It was so fun. Mia can't handle her drink per usual. You should have seen her sing Devour Mind. Half the words were not comprehensible, at least not to the standards of any human language. It was so damn funny. The lights are too loud in here. Xander walks up with a pained Mia in tow. Hey babe, hope you don't mind we stop by. Doesn't seem like it's too busy here. Hey, Lion. Kenny scrunches her nose. I'm so glad I quit. I'm going to smell like popcorn just from standing here. She sniffs her shirt, disgust palpable in her expression. Xander reaches his long arms past the counter, draping them around me. He pulls me close into a hug. Don't be so dramatic, Kenny. I happen to love the scent of some fresh popped corn. Xander pushes his face into mine affectionately. Kenny rolls her eyes, scoffing. Okay, ew. Your fans aren't going to like that oily smell on you. That's like so not attractive. Xander pulls back. Yeah, I guess you're right. If I keep smelling popcorn, I'm going to puke. Jay has enough oil for the whole band, the greasy bastard. Jay. Kenny gasps, smiling at me. Oh my god, I totally forgot. Lion and Jay were high school sweethearts. No way. Seriously? Jay Watts? Yeah, Lion. Jay's the drummer for Numb Vice now after Donnie left. You dated in high school? How long has he been back in town? Yeah. Wow. How long has Jay been back in town? Last I heard, he was out west, touring with Plague Visions. They broke up or something, I guess, and he came back. Worked out, cause Numb Vice needed a new drummer. Yeah, but now I'm having second thoughts about bringing him on. Xander sends a sidelong glance in my direction, scanning me as if he is trying to gauge something. Oh, don't be so territorial, Xan. It's so uncool. I'm not. Just wondering though, why do you care if Jay is back in town? I really don't. I was just curious, because it's been years since I've even heard of him. Xander stares at me with a bit of a neutral face. He then smiles and nudges me. Alright, whatever. It's not like a drummer can measure up to the lead singer anyways, right? Yeah, you're like, so cool, Xander. I drag my words sarcastically, and Xander laughs. And don't you forget that, baby. Either way, I'm already sick of the guy. I'm just sick in general. Been seeing him every day to prepare for tomorrow night. What's going on tomorrow night? Oh, Kenny, you didn't text him? A silent pause drifts by as Xander glances at Kenny. Oh, I totally forgot to tell you. Well, I was going to tell you, but then you never texted me back, so I just forgot. So technically, that one's kinda on you. Kenny shrugs casually. Damn, sorry, Lion. I thought you already knew. We're performing tomorrow night at the Compliance. You're still going to come out, right? Kenny plays with her hair, glancing at me, and then her phone. Or are you like all booked up with rotting in bed watching brain-dead shows? Well, I mean, it's kinda sudden. Kenny scoffs. Sudden? It's tomorrow night, Bug. Do you want us to book you a week in advance next time? I'm going to... I'd love for you to see me perform. Not to mention you kinda missed the last one. Well, what time does the show start? 8 p.m. Xander looks hopeful. I can't help but to smile. Okay, I'll try to make it. Fuck yeah. He leans over, ruffling my hair, and plants a short kiss on my forehead. Kenny smells her shirt. Bleh. Okay, I'm leaving before I smell permanently. Kenny glances at Mia, who is vomiting violently in a theater garbage bin. God, can she just hold her shit together for just like 10 minutes? See you later, Lion. As Kenny makes her leave, Xander follows, and I remain where I stood from the beginning. Just me and the popcorn machine. Hey, and Alvin, I guess. I just wanted to say, sorry that I messaged you so late last night. I had a bit too much to drink. I'm kinda embarrassed. Don't worry about it, Alvin. It's already forgotten. So, was that your boyfriend? Yeah, I have a boyfriend. Oh, well, +1 for the harem. Don't take this the wrong way. I sigh internally. But you're way too good for him, Lion. I get that he's a musician, so that's attractive to people like you. People like me. Wait, I didn't mean, okay, wait, listen. Alvin takes a second to calm himself down from his flustered state. Look, all I'm saying is that... His voice picks up speed from nervousness. It's only a matter of time before a guy like that hurts you. I'm not trying to offend or anything. It's just obvious he is a blatant narcissist. Any guy would be lucky to have you. But that guy is so flashy, he loves attention, and so you're better. You're just better off with... He stops in his tracks. What he was about to say lingers on his tongue as his face heats up. A group of customers pass on their way out of the theater. Out of kindness, I pretend to be ignorant. Alvin, I think Theater 3 just got out. Don't you have to sweep? Yeah, I should go do that. He scuttles off in a way that is awkwardly fast and jilted. Alvin bumps into the candy stand, almost spilling it all on his way out, only saved by his frantic quick reflexes and flailing arms. I sigh. Only a few more hours. I walk towards the table, drink in hand, steadying my steps so that I don't spill. As I approach, a familiar form comes into view. Our true boyfriend. Soon-to-be boyfriend? Who knows? They sit, leaning forward excitedly, and a smile grows.
Well, well, well. Would you look at what the cat dragged in? Long week?
Something like that. I sit, carefully placing the drink down. The crystallized glass glints in the low light. I mumble.
Yeah?
You can talk to me about it. I won't even charge you for it. Oh, those are my previous saves. Well then, that's good to know. My job makes me smell like butter and oil all day.
Oh?
Like popcorn. It smells so gross. It seeps into my clothes, and it sticks to my skin. Kenny says it smells like minimum wage. I think popcorn smells delicious. I'd eat you up, popcorn smell and all. Z leans forward. Wait, what do I smell like? I chuckle out of surprise. What? Well, nobody can smell their own smell, right? So I have to refer to your expertise. What do I smell like? He holds out his sleeve towards me and looks on with palpable eagerness. I lean forward, smelling his shirt sleeve. You smell like smoke and whiskey and maybe copper, I think. Z pulls back their sleeve swiftly. That's not what I would prefer as someone's scent. So you kinda stink, my guy. Their jaw drops. Sharp-pointed teeth hang in a rare moment of speechlessness. I'm kidding. You smell fine. I'm not kidding, you do not smell fine. Z faces away and pouts. That's not very nice of you, human. To tease a fragile little old demon like me. I have a name, you know. Lion. Do you like hearing me say it? Lion. Lion. Wow. Now who is the tease? Z shifts their posture. Fine. After a pause, Z continues. So, Lion, what did you do today? I took a sip of my drink. Well, I woke up a bit late. I then went to work. At the movie theater. Yeah, it was a pretty slow day. What movies did you watch? No, I had to work. Sometimes they let us watch movies for free when we aren't on the clock. Z pauses, a confused expression clouding over their face. On the clock. How big is this clock? And how long must one stand on this clock in order to obtain their daily payment? No, Z, it's an expression. On the clock means the time you spend working. So watching the movies is not part of the job. Z opens their mouth, and neither is standing on a large clock. They close their mouth. What do you think working at the theater entails? Being the person that watches the movies? No. Well, maybe next time then. I give up. Sure, yeah, maybe next time. So what else happened? Well, I was walking home and I stare into my glass, my brain feeling the buzz. Losing track of my thoughts, I look back up. You always ask about me. What did you do today, Z?
Oh,
Me? You want to hear about my day? They smile, teeth sharp, glinting. Well, I did some things. Terrorized some civilians, encouraged some humans to commit fraud, lit some fires.
yeah.
And then I came here. Wow, sounds like a pretty mundane day. Z thinks about it. Yeah, I would have liked to get in some more tortures in. I was being sarcastic. Oh, good one. They smile, staring at me. I stare at their tail, moving back and forth hypnotically. The glint of the low light reflects off their horns beautifully. Okay, I can't help from asking. What's with the horns and the tail? He reaches up, touching his horns lightly. What do you mean? What are they made of? And, how do you move the tail like that?
Well, my horns are made of bone.
Bone?
Bone.
How did you get bone?
The Bone Factory.
Really?
No, you dummy. So I'll take you to the Bone Factory any day of the week.
Oh my goodness.
If you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
If you're picking up what I'm putting down.
I understand.
If you catch my drift.
Yes. Yeah, I got it. You are so annoying.
You love me.
Oh boy, who am I adding to my harem? But seriously, are they actually made of real bone?
Wait.
Z stares at me through their fringe. Something like recognition sweeps across their face. Oh, You don't get it, do you? You are still in dreamland after all, huh? Silly human.
Come here.
They pull a chair from a nearby table next to them, kicking it lightly so it turns to face them. I look at Z. They stare back. Well, I suppose if I'm gonna go to Bone Town with Z, I might as well hear them out. I get up and sit in the chair across from them obediently. Nice choice of word. He smiles approvingly, patting my head like an animal. I can feel the tip of his long nails poking my scalp.
Good human. Who's a good human?
Oh boy, this is going to be quite the relationship. I stare at him as he ruffles my hair and makes patronizing remarks. I look up at his horns and then at his tail that swishes back and forth. The smell of smoke and whiskey is ever stronger by his side. It makes my head spin. Z smiles pleasantly. Well, look at his tail. I stare at their tail as it swishes back and forth in a hypnotizing manner. How do you do that? I don't know. Never really thought about it. Probably like how you move your arm. I hover closer, taken to the edge of my seat. It seems shining, like a rubber of sorts. The tail was a shiny black, while the tip shone a dangerous bright red. Wow, it looks so realistic. Z doesn't reply, just looking at me with unnerving stillness.
Yeah?
You like them, don't you? Don't be shy. You can touch either if you like. I reach a hand forward. Oh, I have a boyfriend, and this is going quite the direction. I'm gonna lose a boyfriend. I'm gonna gain Z. With the track we're walking right now, I'm gonna touch his tail. I reach out to touch his tail. He swats my hand with it playfully. I try to reach forward to grab it again. It rubs my palm lightly, dancing around playfully. I stand up a little, leaning over to have a better chance of touching it. I snatch it with my thumb and forefinger. Z groans. Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's more than fine.
Lion, what are you doing? I run my fingers down the tail, leaning over Z. It feels warm, rubbery, smooth. I can feel their blood rush and pump underneath the rubbery surface. Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Oh boy. Oh, this is getting intense. He groans a bit, breathless. It feels nice in my hand, alive even. I rub it a bit more. Yo, am I like basically beating this dude's meat? Cause yo, this is taking a turn that I was not anticipating. I'm here for it. I just wasn't ready for it. I rub it a bit more. Z shifts in his seat, his breath going thick.
You can put it in your mouth if you want.
Hey yo, Nani the fuck? Oh boy, I'm gonna do what? Am I actually gonna get that as an option? Yeah, what?
What? I mean,
Z pants. Wow. I don't know if I'm blushing right now or not, holy moly. Z's tone is uncharacteristic. It freaks me out a bit, so I quietly sit back down in my seat. Z regains his composure. Welcome back, Z. It really felt real.
yeah.
That's because they are human. What? You heard me. Stop messing with me. Z frowns. I'm not. Focus your mind onto my words. They are real. I am real. We are sitting at a bar having a drink. You felt it yourself. Don't let your brain deny that. Don't lie to yourself. I look around. The other patrons don't seem to notice his lifelike appendages.
Don't look at them. They don't matter. Look at me.
Oh. Am I dreaming? Z reaches over to my hand, pinching it. Ow. You are awake.
Yeah.
This is real, and you are strong enough to accept it. What are you? So, what are you? Me? Well, I'm trying to be yours. I'm being serious, Z. Isn't that kind of a rude question, though? I don't ask what you are, even though your humanity is so obvious. What's that supposed to mean?
Well,
I think part of you knows what I am.
yeah.
Pull it out yourself, baby. Go on, you can do it. The words catch in my throat. I can't believe I am even saying it. Are you a demon? Z starts to clap excitedly.
There you go. I knew you could do it. 100 points to humanity. My human is so smart. Come over here and get your treat.
What do you mean by that? I stare at Z, long nails beckoning me. Oh boy. I'm gonna find out what this treat is. I take their hand, and they get out of their chair and walk over to me. They stare down at me. Z grasps my hand lightly, guiding it toward their face. Z drags my hand down his face. I feel the ridges of their icy metal piercings on their smooth skin. His hot, humid breath brushes against the length of my fingers. They open their mouth, sharp teeth frightening. He guides my ring finger into his mouth slowly, lapping at it lightly with his black forked tongue. Round tongue piercings rub against my finger. Z closes his mouth around my finger at the base, slowly smiling. My nervousness rises as my finger disappears into his mouth. Z. I'm about to protest when he clamps down his teeth hard enough to break skin. Ah! I yelp, pulling my hand back towards me as he releases it. My blood smears his lip as I snap back my hand into my body. What the fuck, Z? I wrap a napkin around my finger. Red quickly spills through. This is not the treat that I expected. The treat I expected was actually a lot more, how do you say, dirty. His tongue flicks out, lapping up the blood smeared across his lip.
Humans exchange rings as vows of forever. So I thought I'd give you a ring.
What? Not like this. Fuck, you bit deep, Z. Were you trying to permanently scar me or something?
It would be nice to have permanence. If it fades, we will just remake it.
Boy.
We will have permanence one way or another, after all.
Did I just cheat on my boyfriend? My mind reels at his less than human response. I slump back into my seat, cradling my injured hand. What does a demon even want with me anyways? Z slumps down and gives a look of fake shock. Why do you think I want anything? I'm offended. Maybe I'm just here in this bar to do some R&R. And have a good old conversation with my favorite human. I look at Z skeptically. I'm, flattered.
So?
Though, if you play your cards right, I may just grant you an indulgence. Well, I missed that one. We'll see that in the replay. Well, enough about me. Let's get to the real juicy bits.
Yes.
The question everyone is just dying to know. He holds an imaginary microphone up to me.
When, my dear, will you be breaking up with that no-good boyfriend of yours?
Oh boy. Boyfriend. I believe the human is called Xander. Stupid name if you ask me. Xander. Oh, I thought we broke up? Yeah, I thought we broke up. What? I never had a boyfriend this whole time?
Oh?
You don't sound too sure of yourself. Z tilts their head.
Are you sure?
I think, but maybe not.
So,
Here's a better question then.
well,
Do you, dear human lion, want to break up with him? Yes. Things just haven't been the same. He used to be really sweet, really considerate towards me. But I guess even consideration has its limits. I laugh with self-deprecation. I'll admit, I'm not the easiest partner, but that doesn't mean he should just discount me completely. He's my boyfriend, but yet, it feels like hanging around me is just a chore to him, really. I sigh, admitting it out loud was harder than I thought. I want to blame it all on him becoming a popular local musician, but I can't. Maybe it's just everyone else. I bite my lip, attempting to quell the emotion swelling within me. Outgrowing this small town. This small fucking town that I can't help but to sink into more and more every year. Outgrowing me.
Yeah.
Breaking up is a good decision. He isn't right for you. Too selfish. He is ultimately a short-sighted human, only existing to fulfill his own needs. It will only cause you harm, Lion. So what? You want me to date you instead, then? I joke lightly. Z smiles. No.
Yeah.
Let's skip all that and just get married. I'm not sure about that.
That's right.
Okay, fine. We can take it slower. Wanna go on a date then? I'll plan a full day of fun activities. Z seems genuinely excited. I don't think I can survive a date with you for a couple of hours, much less a full day. Z pouts. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. That's what the humans say. I don't even think I can handle you at your best, Z. Worst is completely out of the question. Plus, considering you really are a demon, I think there are bigger questions here. Or maybe logistical issues.
Might have a penis, but if you prefer something else, I could just kill myself.
What? I choke on air. Thank you for that overshare, Z. But that's not what I was referring to. Also, a bit of an extreme response. Z shrugs.
So are you gonna go date that movie theater guy then? Is that who you prefer instead of a handsome demon who lets you touch them in intimate places? A handsome demon who lets you fondle their tail. I'm getting all worked up just remembering it. You little tease.
Oh my god, Z. Can you please not word it like that? Z tilts his head. Is there a better way to word it? Probably like a million better ways. Maybe inspiration will strike if you do it again. Z leans forward, an excited expression on their face. Some part of me does want to feel Z's horns and tail. But as I look at them practically vibrating in excitement, something tells me I shouldn't encourage them. I shove my hands into my pockets to prevent the temptation. My fingers bump into something hard. Confused, I pull it out. A candy. Is that for me? Sure, you can have it if you want. Alvin gave it to me earlier today. He said it reminded him of me. Kind of corny. Z looks confused. That thing? Why? I'm not sure. Let me read the packaging. Oh boy, a decadent and smooth chocolate. A chocolate that is decadent and smooth. I can't believe this didn't melt in my pocket. That description makes you sound like a nice little temptation.
Yeah.
A sophisticated high-price item.
Not quite.
Though I'm not sure I can agree with comparing you to a food.
Really?
It does make me even more curious on what you do really taste like. I glare at Z holding my injured finger. The taste. You already took a whole bite, you asshole. Z smirks. Oh? But I wasn't talking about your finger. What? I'm just going to ignore that comment. I toss the candy to Z, and it lands in front of him. You can have it if you want it. Without hesitation, Z flings the candy across the bar.
There was a bug on it.
Z bold-faced lies. I decide to just roll with it. Sure, yeah.
Well,
What do you think of Alvin? I'd say he seems odd, but he's harmless.
are you sure?
To me, he seems to be barely holding on. He does seem to have an interest in me. He's just a socially awkward guy, but he doesn't mean any harm. I had to tell him that I didn't need help with my work tasks. It took a couple of times before he finally stopped taking on my work. He was just trying to be helpful, but stuff like that makes me feel burdened, you know? I sigh. He will get a clue someday and move on to someone else. Z chews on his lip thoughtfully. It only takes a split second for harmless to become violent, you know. You're exaggerating. Either way, I can't afford to risk losing this job. I barely got it in the first place. I was only able to get it thanks to Kenny. How is your with Kenny? Oh boy, am I drunk? Oh boy. You mentioned him before? Ugh, sorry. The room is spinning slightly, sweat beads at my forehead. I think I'm overheating. Do you know where the restroom is? Z points to the hallway beside the bar. Down the hall to the left.
Careful.
Watch your step up the stairs, human. I lift myself out of the chair and head towards the bathroom. The back hallway is dimly lit and narrow. There are 2 doors to the left. I spot the door to the bathroom. The world spins. Sweat continues to bead my forehead. I knock and wait a moment, realizing that whoever is inside likely couldn't hear due to the music in the pub. I open the door slowly, seeing that it was not occupied. I walk in and close the door behind me. The silence in the bathroom surprises me, as the sound from outside seems to fade completely. Only the dull hum of the fluorescent light accompanies me here. I stare at myself in the dingy mirror. Dark circles rest below my eyes. I cringe at the sight. The fluorescent light buzzes deafening. It flickers as if it is mocking me. The walls seem to spin and shift. I blink. How drunk am I? I sigh, turning on the faucet, resolving to drink some water and sober up once I leave the bathroom. Splashing some water into my face, I feel not quite right. I reach out for some paper towels, but my hand brushes against tile. I stumble backwards, shins bumping into something cold, hard. Slipping on the ground, I fall to my knees. I reach behind me to push myself back up, and my hand touches porcelain, and then water, and something else. I yank my hand back. My eyes blink open, seeing the toilet across the room. What? I spin around, the cabinet behind me. The bathroom, it spins in protest. My head pounds. Am I losing it? I attempt to quickly leave the bathroom. The world spins so violently, I can hardly walk, crawling out of the bathroom instead. I see a familiar figure.
Oh.
Where are you going? Something's not right. I look around wildly, realizing a little too late that I look like a crazy person. Z crouches down towards me. Calm down, Lion. It's okay. Your heartbeat is racing. Z looks at me a bit closer. You are pale and sweating. Are you sure you're okay? Fine. I'm fine. I just need some. I try to get up. Ugh. Maybe you should sit down. My vision spins in dots, tunnel vision starting to take over. Water. I just need some water. I attempt to make a quick dash to the table. My ankle twists as I desperately move forward. I feel the floor slip from under my feet. I feel an arm catch me, a body against mine before I collide with the hard flooring. I look up, and to see Z looking down at me, holding me in their arms.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I lie through my teeth. I didn't want to show my weak side. Or maybe if I admitted it, everything else would spiral too. As if my lie was the last strand of sanity I had. Part of me feels so embarrassed for acting like a crazy person. Z seems entirely unfazed by my actions. Either way, I just hope the earth would open and swallow me whole. Z looks down at me. He pats my head calmly, lovingly, careful.
Let's get you home.
Z's face draws near. He places a kiss lightly on the tip of my nose. It is warm and comforting, like a blanket. My eyes feel heavy. I drift away. I clock out of the movie theater, shoving my uniform back into my bag and slinging it over my shoulder. Upon leaving the theater, I see Alvin standing outside. I groan internally. His face lights up when he sees me approaching. He attempts to don a more laid-back posture, but it comes off as impossibly stiff. I try to seem as if I don't notice him, moving quickly past him to leave, cursing myself that I left my headphones at home.
Hey.
I turn to Alvin with a tight smile. What's up?
Are you heading back?
Yep.
I just got off too. Want to hang out?
Sorry, Alvin. I have to run some errands.
I don't mind tagging along. I can help carry your bags or something.
It's okay. I prefer to do errands alone so I don't get sidetracked. Alvin sighs dramatically.
No, I get it. You got a new boyfriend, didn't you?
What?
Don't play dumb to spare my feelings.
What are you talking about?
You always felt like you were too good for me. I could tell. I'm not an idiot.
Alvin, swear to God, I really don't know what you're talking about.
All of you have been acting really weird since the fire. You seem the most normal, but I can tell that you are the weirdest of all.
I gotta go. My heart pounds as I squeeze past Alvin out the door. He scoffs as I pass, glowering down at me with a heat behind his eyes. He is acting weirder than usual. I look behind me multiple times. He stares at me from the door. As I walk home, The sun illuminates my path. My phone vibrates violently. Do I have messages? Okay, yeah, Alvin is going insane. Holy moly. This is, yeah, are you good, fam? Yes, I did. Whew, oh boy. Okay, maybe Z had a point. Xander! The least I can do for you? Who the fuck are you? What is going on? I'm confused. Xander doesn't seem like that good of a boyfriend. Mia, how can... What? What is happening? What are you talking about? What am I doing? What's happening? Do you actually even care? What? Yo, what happened? Things are happening. I don't know what the hell's happening, but things are happening. I feel nauseated. My stomach flips at the messages. I see a shadow move from behind me, and I push myself to walk as fast as I can. Tears prickle my eyes. I stare at the ground, shoving my phone into my pocket. Bump. My face hits a soft yet firm surface.
Whoa.
They steady me with their hands and step back.
You okay? Took a mighty fine tumble there.
Their voice is deep, yet soft. Something about how they look at me is so comforting, I almost forgot my worries. Thank you. I take a step back. My phone vibrates again, and I wince. The stranger looks on curiously. I shift uncomfortably.
Everything all right? You look concerned. There's a bench over yonder if you need to take a rest. I'll fetch you a water.
No, I'm okay. I respond to the person. They gaze at me for a moment before relenting.
Well, all right then. Apologies for bumping into you. Suppose I got lost in my thoughts there. I'm not often in a big city.
You sound like you aren't from around here at all.
Well, I sure ain't.
Here for business? The stranger's mysterious smirk never falters.
For something like that, darling. Ain't nothing for you to worry over.
The stranger tips their hat in my direction.
I'll be cutting a path out of here. So long, partner.
They tip their hat at me slightly and turn to walk away. I was so flustered by the whole ordeal, I wasn't sure if I should say anything. Oh boy. Are we gonna try to date the cowboy? Yes, let's make questionable decisions. Thank you for stopping to offer me help. Please, would you let me get you a coffee as repayment? The person pauses, turning their head just enough so that they could see me out of their peripherals. A curious smirk crosses their usually stony expression.
Well, ain't you an odd fish? I'm flattered. By and by, I'll be seeing you again. You can count on that. Now, Best be making tracks for dark.
The mysterious person saunters off. I close the door as I enter the familiar bar. I can see the light glint off of their horns before they even see me. As I approach closer, I see Z's face relaxed. His face rests in his curled arms, asleep. Let's brush Z's hair. Their soft breaths evenly bristle the hair covering their eyes. My hand reaches out. Before I am even aware, curiosity grasping a hold of me. With my fingertips, I attempt to push away some of Z's hair from his eye. They smile. Ah! With a familiar premonition, I yank my hand back. Z is so fast, he snatches my wrist.
Caught you.
He sing-songs mockingly.
What do I get for catching you? Should I bite off one of your meddlesome little fingers?
Z, this isn't funny.
It's a little funny.
Z sits up, one of his eyes peering through slightly parted hair. Because I adore you, and you are my little human, I'll let your impertinence go with only one small punishment. I look at Z. They are not kidding. I hesitate before asking the one question he is waiting for. What's the punishment? Z smirks, wide and gleeful. In one movement, they scoop me up, placing me back down sitting on the table. I glance around. Nobody else in the pub seems to have noticed or cared. They reach their finger forward, tapping their lips.
Well,
I want a kiss. They lean in, hovering in front of me, their impossibly wide smirk only widening dangerously.
yeah.
Kiss, I heard. Well, we're already here, so... That's what you want. Z nods excitedly, their hair bouncing wildly. I stare at them for a second longer. I can almost see their eyes wide with anticipation from under their fringe. Okay, fine, but don't move. I lean in, my heart picking up speed the closer I get. Don't move. I reiterate clearly. I can see Z's tail waving hypnotically from behind their body. My nerves are on edge as I feel his breath brush lightly over my face. It smells like smoke, charcoal. I close my eyes, steeling myself before leaning forward. I close the distance, joining our lips together. The cold metal of Z's piercings made me shiver. His lips were warm and soft. The contrast made my mind spin. After a couple seconds, I pull back looking at Z. They look completely dumbstruck. That was interesting. I stare at Z. His eyes seemed to be glowing with heat. His lips were surprisingly soft. Some deep part of me wanted more. I will kiss Z again, deeper. Fuck it. I pull Z in by their necklace. Our lips collide deeply, passionately. There was an odd sense of nostalgia, familiarity. Z wraps their arms around me. I tangle my hands into their hair, no doubt making it more messy than it probably already is. I push into them more, body pressed into body, as they shift to grasp my thighs. Our lips move and press in conjunction. I lean my head back slightly, separating to take a breath of air. Z presses their tongue into my mouth. He chuckles at my surprise, the reverb warning my body. Z's tongue lightly brushes and plays with my own as he rolls his piercing over my tongue. I could feel nails digging ever so slightly into my thighs. I was beginning to lose myself.
Yeah.
Do you want more? Z mumbles into my mouth. My eyes flutter open.
Dove.
Z whispers.
That's not a proper answer.
I am a lion, thank you. Z brushes their lips across mine teasingly, flicking their tongue against mine in a way that made my mind melt deliciously. He runs his hand down the side of my face, stroking it lovingly.
Don't you want more?
His touch is hypnotizing.
I could give it to you.
It threatens to consume me whole.
You just have to ask me.
My hand falls, touching the cold sweat on my drink glass. It breaks me out of my trance, and I suddenly realize where we are. In the middle of a fucking bar. I jump away from Z. Wait, Z. I push Z back a bit. Oh my god. I can't believe I just did that. Pretty bold of you, human. I slide off of the table, squeezing my body through the limited space between Z and the table. They just stand there, watching me as I pass. I sit back down in the chair, fixing my clothing. Z follows behind, settling in his chair across the way. There. Are you happy now? Z grins, a shit-eating smile. You seem to enjoy it quite a bit. I'm almost impressed by your self-control. How would you know? Z points at themselves.
Dummy.
Demon, remember, dummy? Humans may have many films of talking cars, but demons have some cool things too. Like what? The ability to pester endlessly about committing arson? Excuse me. I believe the humans call that self-betterment.
Bleh.
I should be charging for my services, you ungrateful brat. That is not self-betterment, Z.
Ah, that's right.
Sounds like the words of a person who hasn't committed arson. Z. I can't hold back a laugh any longer. You are so ridiculous, it's almost cute. Z suddenly lightens up.
Really?
You think I'm cute? I prefer dashing or handsome, but I won't be picky. Do a lot of people call you dashing or handsome? Z tilts their head. Depends how well they know me, I guess. So then, what about the people who know you well? What do they call you? Usually, Great Marquise. Less desirable names uttered were commonly their last. I am not one to honor last word rights after all. Marquise, are you royalty?
Yeah.
I suppose you could say that.
Why so many questions? Are you curious about me? Do I already have you so infatuated, human?
I want to get to know you more.
Oh?
Oh, is that right? You were just so interested in me, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Z blinks a bit. taken aback by the blunt answer. So I think it's my turn to ask you some questions. I don't talk about myself much. Why not? Z shrugs. No reason to. I look at Z. They shift in their seat, but provide no explanation. Z. That's not fair. I pout a bit childishly. Z laughs.
Why?
I answered so many of your questions, and I can't ask you anything. Name something less fair than that, I dare you. Paying for water, credit card debt, paying taxes on lottery wins, missing the bus because it came 5 minutes early. You know what I was trying to say. Let's go back to talking about movies again.
Well,
Did you know they made a second car? I crossed my arms facing away, resorting to giving Z the silent treatment. I wasn't proud of it, but this was all I had left. They deflate a bit. You see, the doors have handles, but the cars don't have hands. Like, what's that all about, you know? I suddenly think of an idea. Oh, Z, do you want to play a game with me? Z immediately perks up.
That's right.
Oh, a game. As long as you don't mind losing. If you cheat, I will never play a game with you again. Z scoffs. You offend me. I have confidence in my abilities to win against a mere human. Okay then, how about we play a game where if I win, I get to ask you a question, and you have to answer. Z stares at me. I pick at my nails thoughtfully. Guess you were just too scared to lose to a human then. I glance upward at him, seeing if he took the bait. In his hands is a pack of cards. Fine, but I choose the game and the rules. I stifle a smile. Fine. We are going to play the human game, Fuck the Dealer. Do you know how to play? Refresh my memory. I will pull a card. You will guess the number on the card. Ace being R, Jack RR, Queen R2, King is R3. I hope I remember this. So guess a number from R to R3. If you guess the number correctly on your first guess, I will take 4 drinks and answer 1 question. If you guess incorrectly, I will tell you higher or lower, and you will be given a second chance. If you guess correctly on the second chance, I will take 2 drinks and answer your question. Z pauses, pondering a bit.
Yeah.
Because there are only 2 of us, let's give you a 3rd chance. If you get your 3rd guess correct, I will take 1 drink and answer a question. If you guess incorrectly on your 3rd chance, you will have to drink equal to the difference of the 2 numbers. The 2 numbers being your final incorrect guess, and the number of the card I am holding. And when I say drink, I mean drink, none of that weak-hearted shit. I want to see you swallowing the equivalent of a shot, okay? Sure. When you win or lose after 3 guesses, we will start a new round. Z taps his fingers on the table. Oh, how's your alcohol tolerance? I'd say about average. About average. I think I hold my liquor about as good as anyone else does. Alrighty then, just make sure to pace yourself. We can always stop if you need a break. I feel like I'm being scammed or something. A wide toothy grin stretches across Z's face.
Guess you're just too scared to lose to a demon then.
Fine, let's do this. Z shuffles the cards for a few minutes. The cards flipped so fast, my eyes couldn't follow. Z was surprisingly dexterous, even with those long nails. He places the deck in front of me.
Well,
Would you like to cut? I'll cut the deck. I look at Z, narrowing my eyes. I don't really trust that he didn't do anything underhanded. Probably safe to cut the deck either way. I cut the deck and lean back, watching Z expectantly. He smiles. Don't trust me, huh? Z pulls a card off the top. So, what'll it be? What should I choose? Do I just choose like R3? Oh, I gotta choose a number? Oh. Okay. 2.
higher.
Raise that number for me. Ready to try again? 5. Z nods upward. It's gonna be higher. Oh shit. Higher than 5. Last try. 8. Nope, it was a bit higher. The correct card number was R3. So it looks like your difference is 5. I take 5 gulps of my drink. I think I've had 5 drinks so far. So what'll it be? What should I choose? 3. Higher. Okay, 9. Well shit, that's some beginner's luck for you, I guess. Okay. Z places the card on the table, I guessed correctly. They pick up their drink, knocking back 4 large drinks. They lip their licks lasciviously. Z shuffles the deck. So, human, what would you like to know? Oh, I have many questions I can ask. But I actually am running out of time for the night, so I'm gonna have to come back to this later. I am enjoying my interactions with Z right now, so I am definitely going to make sure that we continue these interactions in the very near future. That being said, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like, maybe leave a comment, perhaps even subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all in the next video, so have a good night.